What up, folks? I am Ultrazilla. Today I have a review of the Lanard Toys Jurassic Clash Cyber Gorilla Articulated Mega Monster. And there is not the Cyber Gorilla, it is just a gorilla. Decent art. But here's the Cyber Gorilla in all his glory. And you might be thinking, I've seen this guy before, haven't I? You kinda have, because Lanard put out a Mega Gorilla last year, which we reviewed here on the channel last summer. And it's basically the same, but it's got a new head. A very, very Kong-like head. But the body appears to be the same, but it doesn't have the electronics, which is very, very interesting, isn't it? But he does have a crushing arm and cyber mechanics. How about that? Look at him. Look at the Cyber Gorilla, all his Kong glory. Cool box, cool open box. Got some little things sitting down here. But you know what? Without any further ado, let's get to this review. Alright, now that this guy's all out of the package, let's do articulation first. The head can spin all the way around. The arms go around at the shoulders and at the elbows. The legs move at the hips. And that's it. That is your articulation on the Mega Gorilla. At the Cyber Gorilla, actually. So I'm going to look at this guy on a whole here on his own. And then we're going to really compare him to the original release, because there's a lot to talk about there. So he's got this brown base color, which for the most part is all you're getting. You're getting the sculpt work, which is interesting. It doesn't look bad. He does have like big forearms, but I kind of like that. And the sculpt on the hands are really nice. Lanard Toys usually has really nice sculpts and usually pretty good paint. That's a really good hand. Good forearm. It's just really big and Popeye-esque compared to the like upper part. And as you can see, this part is very shiny and this part is very matte. The legs kind of have that matte look too. He's got really big toes. Again, nice sculpt. Even on the bottom. I guess originally 2009 this came out. I've never seen this before last year. So I don't know. At least the original version. I never saw it before, but I could be wrong there. There is some gloss on this leg for some reason. That's very strange. It's like, oops, we've messed up. The back has some screw holes, but, you know, there's some decent sculpt there. And the belly, just nice and furry. The chest here is where it's interesting, right? So you got this, like, metal piece here with all these gears and stuff. And there is paint on this. There's a silver paint on this that looks good. However, there's nothing on this back piece. And I don't know why. I don't know why they didn't do it. Of course, you see like these little lightning bolts here. We'll look at that further when we do comparisons. But you do have paint up here to here. And that's all they did. They didn't do any on this bottom piece. Which is a little bit of a bummer. I wish they did. Because it doesn't make any sense why they wouldn't. Like they painted the metallic pieces. And that is, you know, a metallic piece. So I don't know why they didn't do it. This arm looks pretty good, and then you get this fist, which looks awesome. I really, really like it. This has a nice brushed metal look, which is great. Really good sculpt on this cyber hand. I like it a lot. Look at that. Look at all those rivets there. That's really cool. Bolts and stuff. Very, very nicely done. I like it a lot. I think it's very, very cool. And now the head sculpt, the brand new head sculpt on this guy, like I said, very, very Kong-like. I think they did a good job there. You know, that roaring face. The base color is the same as we've gotten, but the sculpt work is really nice. The ear looks good. All the facial hair looks really good. The shape of his head looks really nice. I think the eyes are painted pretty good in orange there. You can see that. And then the mouth is actually painted really nice too. You got the yellowish teeth. The pink gums. You see the tongue back there. I like all the wrinklage around his mouth. yeah, it's really, really a nice head, and definitely evokes Kong, which is, you know, I'm pretty sure that's what the objective here was, you know, get the folks, you know, they're into Kong right now to get this, because I'm telling you, the original release doesn't look like that. This is a good idea marketing-wise to just, you know, create that. And I think, you know, we're going to talk about this again in seconds, you know, the fact that they created a brand new head sculpt for this kind of played a big part in, you know, the stuff that you didn't get here. Okay, so let's talk about all that, because that's the thing here, right? It's basically a comparison video with the original one. Now, as you can see, there's a ton of paint on this guy, but nothing in the back. No paint in the back. You do have this box here, sound box, battery box, because this guy did, oh, I'm gonna press it. He did all that. Really scary. But as you saw, there's lights here, which is cool, and you press this, you know, red button, and yeah, it's all sounded out. Now, actually, what I did notice is this back piece really isn't painted like I thought it was. There's a little spillover on the edge up here, but otherwise, it's not painted. So that's interesting. I thought it was a metal piece, and maybe it's supposed to be, because it is squared off. I just don't, I don't know. I don't get it. But as you can see, more paint, a lot more paint here on the wrist as well. Or just painted differently. I don't know. It feels like it's a lot more, but you get a lot of that front paint. You get the lights and the sound here, but then you get this really weird stylized face, and it kind of fits the body more with the big arms and the feet. But I do think this head actually, which is more realistic and more Kong-like, fits this body too. I do like it. So it's pretty cool that they were able to do that and still, you know, utilize this body. Again, it's interesting. There's no electronics in this guy at all. No box on the back. So they had to redo this as well. But, you know, I don't know. I like this new one a lot. I wished it was paint on his fur here and a little bit up here. But I definitely like this one more, this new one. Now, it's $5 cheaper only. Yeah, light sound, and you got a little a figure with this one. This guy didn't come with a figure. A little troop, you know, the core type figures for Jurassic Clash. So this one came with a figure. This one does not come with a figure. And, you know, the fact that they had to create this brand new head must have cost them a bit, because, you know, it's only $5 cheaper than this. So it's interesting, you know. It's an interesting thing to note. But I do like the new one better, despite the paint and despite the lights and sounds. I just really like this head. I mean, I'm a big Kong fan, so this one really, really works for me. But either way, I think they're both pretty cool. And one last note on these two. I really feel like this guy is more a Cyber Gorilla, and this one's more Mega Gorilla. This guy is a little bit more cyber, as you can see, as opposed to this guy. So, I don't know. I feel like their names should be reversed. And for your size comparisons, here is a Cyber Gorilla with some other figures you might have in your collection. And my final thoughts, I like this. I do. I think I like the first one. I thought the first one was really cool too. But very much more stylized than this one, because just the head sculpt on that first one is just very, very odd. But this one has a more realistic head sculpt, more gorilla-like, more Kong-like, and that appeals to me. Plus, you know, you're not getting those crazy sounds. I do like lights and sounds, but, you know, I don't know. I don't completely need it either, and this one is fine without. So it's good to have a a little bit of a difference with the two. A lot of bit of a difference. I mean, the paint is different and everything. I wish I had the paint on this, but again, this brand new head sculpt must have cost quite a bit to only be $5 less than the original one. So there you go, guys. I think it's really cool anyway, and I think it's worth it. You can get it on Amazon or Walmart, and I would. If you like Kong, this is a really cool CyberCon. And there you go, guys. That's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts below, and please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Stay safe. Till next time. Peace out, peeps.